There's this crazy new niche featuring DIY paper crafts, and they're pulling in millions of views across Shorts right now. This Instagram page grew to 370,000 followers in just the last 2 weeks, and all they post are these DIY craft videos that look super satisfying to watch. What most people don't know is these are actually made with AI. And in this video, I'm gonna walk you through how to create them from scratch using 100% free tools, with a workflow that runs on any device, whether that's mobile or laptop. Plus, I'll show you a secret way to batch produce these videos and run your whole channel on autopilot using an agent I built so you can pick the method you want to use. All right, now let's get started. The very first method we're going to use is the manual method. So all you need to do is get access to the master prompt. That should be either in the description or in the comment section. Once you've got access to it, head over to tab 2, which covers the manual flow. Then hit Ctrl+A to highlight everything, and Ctrl+C to copy it. Once you've done that, you now need a reasoning model. There are a couple of reasoning models on the market. The first one is GPT, which I'm sure you already know. That's OpenAI's reasoning model. The next one is Claude, which is Anthropic's. Both of them have a generous free tier, but if you want a completely free option with no paywall, then DeepSeek is your go-to. DeepSeek is completely free, no paywall, and gives you unlimited usage. So for this course, we're going with DeepSeek. What I'm going to do now is paste my prompt into DeepSeek, select expert mode, and send it. When I do that, DeepSeek starts giving me ideas in this paper cut niche. It's giving me different concepts I could go with, about 20 of them. All you've got to do now is read through the ideas it generated and pick one you really like. I think I like idea number 5, so I'm going to type in idea 5 and send it to DeepSeek. What DeepSeek does next is create a storyboard image that's going to guide the creation of our video. Now, this storyboard image is meant to be used with an image generator to create something that looks like a start frame. But really, it's just something that guides the video sequence. So what I've got to do now is copy everything under the storyboard prompt. Once I've copied it, I need an image generator. And we've got a couple of options here. The first one that's completely free is Google Gemini. Just head over to Google Gemini and sign in with your Google account. Gemini is also an image and video generator. It's built right in. Once you're signed in, paste in the prompt you just got from DeepSeek, click the plus icon, click Create Image, and send it. Gemini starts creating the image for you completely free. Now, another good option that people don't really know about is ChatGPT. Yeah, GPT can give you unlimited image generations. Not a lot of people know this. Once you head over to ChatGPT, go to the prompt section, toggle on the Create Image feature, and paste in the prompt you just got. And one cool thing about ChatGPT is you can ask for multiple variants. So right now, below the prompt, I'm going to add in brackets, I want 5 different individual variant outputs, and then send it. And GPT has started creating our image. Now, another good option is Google Flow. So I'm going to head over to Google Flow, sign in with my Google account, and create a new project. Then over here at the prompt box, I'll make sure Nano Banana is toggled on. I'll select the aspect ratio I want, which is 9:16, and the number of images I want. For this, I want 4 batches, so I'm just going to paste in my prompt and send it. All right, so after a couple of seconds, we've got our output. Google Flow was able to create this, and honestly, it looks really good. It's a paper cut storyboard start frame, and it came out pretty clean. I think I like the one with the 3 image cards. It's a lot more detailed. So I'm going to download that one to my computer and then check out the other outputs. Over here on GPT, we've got our output as well. This looks pretty good. Let me preview them and see how they look. All right, GPT also did a decent job. However, I thought it would create more of a box type storyboard. The one it made was just this horizontal storyboard. And while it looks good, I don't think I'll use it for this video. Let me check what Gemini did. All right, Gemini did something similar to Flow as well. And yeah, now we've got our start frame. What we need to do now is generate our video. So I'm going to head back to DeepSeek and scroll down to where it says video prompt. Now this video prompt is what you'll use with your storyboard to create your video. So I'm going to copy everything under that video prompt. Once I've copied it, I'll head over to Gemini, click the plus icon, and click Create Image. When I do that, Gemini switches its interface over to a video generation model. Then I'll upload the image I got from Flow, paste in my prompt, and send it. So Gemini starts creating my video for me, because Gemini has built-in image and video creation models. Shout out to Google. I'll head over to Google Flow as well, drag in the storyboard we were given, and paste in my prompt. Then right below that where it says Nano Banana, I'll click on it and switch from the image models over to the video models. Once I do that, I'll set the number of outputs to 2, the aspect ratio to 9:16, and the model to OmniFlash, 10 seconds. Then I'll send my prompt and see what they're able to create. All right, so after a couple seconds, we've got our output on Flow using the OmniFlash model. Let's check it out. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Now, let me check out something real quick. We've just used the OmniFlash model, which is completely free, but I'd also like to use Seedance. I'm going to run it from Higgsfield, and full disclosure, Higgsfield is a paid platform. I just want to try Seedance on here. So I'll head over to the platform and upload the start frame storyboard into Higgsfield as well, just to test the results and see which one is best. Once the image has been uploaded, I'll paste in the exact same prompt I got from DeepSeek, the video animation prompt. I'll select the 15-second duration cap and make sure my prompt says 15 seconds as well. Then I'll select the aspect ratio, which is 9:16, and the quality. 720p works just fine. And then I'll generate my video and see what Seedance can do. Let's check out what Gemini did real quick while Higgsfield is generating. All right, Gemini's done. I think it generated the video in a landscape ratio. Honestly, I think I like the output from Gemini the best because it looks really good. It starts off really nice. The purple paper comes in, and then the human hand starts layering them properly with the right time-lapse sequence. Yeah, this looks really good. Let's wait on Higgsfield and see what it does with Seedance. All right, after a couple of seconds, we've got our output from Seedance. Let's preview it and see how it looks. All right, I think Seedance has a lot more steps in there. It follows the storyboard a lot more closely than the other models. And that's pretty much how you create these videos using the manual method, where you have to do things yourself. It gives you a real level of control. Now that we're done with that, let's cover the automated method. So head back to the Papercraft prompt and switch over to tab 3. This one covers the automated method, and it's what we're going to plug into our agent to give us these videos in bulk. Now, to kickstart this process, we need an agent, and there are a couple on the market. The first one is the agent launched by Anthropic, which is Claude Code. Just head over to your browser, search for Claude Code download, and click on the Anthropic website. All you've got to do here is download the version that's compatible with your system. So if you're on Mac OS, grab the Mac version. And if you're on Windows, grab the Windows version. Download it so it saves to your computer. Then log in like you would any normal app with your Claude account. Now, another good option is Anti-Gravity. Anti-Gravity is completely free. It's Google's own AI agent, and it's similar to Claude Code. All you've got to do is download the version that's compatible with your operating system, install it, and log in like you would with any other software. For this walkthrough, we're going to use Claude Code, but whatever agent you choose, it's still going to get the job done. Once you downloaded and installed the agent, say you went with Claude Code, you should land on an interface that looks something like this. Now over here, we've got a couple of things. First off, you've got to create a folder where the agent stores every single asset you create or work with. So just create a folder real quick and select it. Once you've done that, down here where you can see Auto, that's the mode option. You can choose Manual Mode, Accept Edit Mode, Plan Mode, or Auto Mode. Manual Mode makes you grant permissions manually. So if you're cautious about the files on your computer and you don't really trust AI, I think you should go with that one. But Auto Mode pretty much just gives Claude Code access to execute most of the flows we're working with automatically. For me, I like working with Auto Mode. You could choose Manual if you want to. Once you've selected the mode you want, head over to the Model section and pick whatever model you want to work with. We've got Opus 5, Fable 5, and Sonnet 5. But for this one, I'm going to use Opus 4.8. It's fine, it's not overkill. Fable 5 is overkill for a workflow this simple. Once you've selected that, you now need to know how to talk to this model. And for that, head over to the master prompt we talked about and select everything in the automated flow prompt section. Once you do that, head back to your agent of choice, paste it in, and send it. Once you do this, the agent asks you what backend you'd like to use for this operation. There's a Higgsfield backend and there's a TopView backend. If you've got a Higgsfield account, just choose Higgsfield so it authenticates you. But I'm going to choose TopView for this one, so I'll type TopView and send it. When I do that, the model asks me what aspect ratio I want the video to come in. I'm going to say 9:16 because I want it in shorts. And once I do that, the model asks me what idea I want to go with. It's currently giving me 20 ASMR layout paper ideas to pick from. So far, I think I really like idea number 4. So I'm just going to type idea 4 and send it to the agent. Now what the agent starts doing is using the TopView backend we just gave it to create a storyboard image for us so we can preview it. Just like the manual method, but this time we're not doing anything ourselves. We're just asking it to do everything for us. All right, after a couple of minutes, we've got our storyboard images. The agent always gives you multiple variants to pick from, and right now we've got 4 different variants with completely different themes. I really like how they look. So what I'm going to do, instead of just picking one, is ask it to use all 4 storyboards to make one video each. And that's the cool part about using an agent. You're not constrained by batch production or length or whatever, because the agent can just take in your request and automate the task for you without wasting any time. All right, so after a couple of minutes, we've got our output on the agent. Let's preview what it was able to create. All right, by far, this is the best possible output I've seen. This looks really, really impressive. It was able to create this in just a couple of minutes with the right commands and prompts, of course. And even the way the sequence flows out, the way the animation follows, it's quite impressive. And that's pretty much how you create these videos on autopilot, using the agent to batch produce everything.